Welcome! In this video, I'm doing a Q&A. I'm finally gonna answer your questions.
Grab a drink, grab some trail mix. This is probably gonna be a long video.
Apparently I take a long time to get ready and talk. Get into it. And yeah, if I didn't answer your question in this video, leave it in the comments and maybe I'll answer it in the next Q&A, whenever that will be. In a while. Okay, so I'm here, you know, with a naked face, sitting next to my window.
With a fan on so it doesn't get warm in here, but also it's because, you know, loud house. Let's drown out sound with some beautiful white noise. And my burn from a pasta accident is on display, so, you know, it's all good.
So today I am finally doing a Q&A. This is like the first time I've ever done one.
I had it in my mind before that I was like, ooh, when I hit like one of the milestones for subscribers, I would do a Q&A.
So I asked for some questions and here we are. I figured I would just get ready while answering questions because what else am I gonna do? Sit here and just answer questions about myself? Let's do stuff.
Like I'm just gonna go ahead and start putting things on, I guess. I should probably pull up a question.
So I have questions here from both YouTube and on Instagram, so I will like pop up a screenshot or whatever of the question in question and like we will do the stuff. So this one is from YouTube and this is from Ariel and it says, "Hi, what's your aesthetic?" That's such a like honestly like a hard question. Like
I don't have a good answer for that. I feel like people who are not me, like external people, might have a better idea than I do.
Because for me, I'm like, I don't know, I just like stuff. It's pretty eclectic. It's just like a random mix of whatever I'm feeling or whatever I'm liking. Like I feel like I have an affinity for like avant-garde, weird fashion and makeup and stuff.
But like I usually don't do it. It's a little bit of a hassle. You have to make it really, or it's really expensive. That's a no. So like it has to be made and then it's just a bit of a mess. So that's not like my everyday aesthetic. I don't know. Like
things that are comfortable, things I feel cute in, and things that when I saw it, I was like, that's cute, or I made it because I thought it was cute. My aesthetic is eclectic, cute. Okay, next question. These are in no particular order, it's just like screenshots on my phone. And I'm gonna try to get to just about every question that I received.
This might be a long video.
So Jason7 on YouTube says, would you consider doing OOTDs or lookbooks in the future? Honestly, totes. Like I would totally do that if that's things that people want. I don't know that it'll be the most exciting thing necessarily.
Especially since like a lot of the things that I wear I've made or like altered or something.
But I would totally do like a lookbook.
Like I literally bought a full-length mirror to put on my door just so I could like take those OOTD Snapchats. It's a vibe.
So like well, everybody let me know if that's something that I should try to do, is like a chill OOTD lookbook thing. Cause like I am obviously you know, just a fashion icon.
I'm definitely known for that, totally. Let's pull up another question.
Okay, so these are a few from Brett, aka Watchtower, here on
YouTube. Hey, what's good?
The first one says, how can I be as fab and amazing as you? And to that I just scoff, like LMAO.
Compliments, I'm always like,
The actual secret is just do you. Second question is, if you could move anywhere in the world, where would you go? Totes odds Japan with me, but like your second choice, what would it be? Because like Brett is moving to Japan and that's super cool. I don't know.
That's like a really good question.
I don't know, like as trash as America is, it's like all I know. You know, I've only ever been here. I've never left the country. I have no idea. And as much as I'm like, I want to escape, there's also like that weird feeling where you're like,
ooh, but like we're all in this together. It's like, this is all of our trash. And it's like, I don't want to leave. In this hypothetical sense, I don't want to leave the other people who are also stuck here. I was like, let's be real, I'm not moving nowhere, so.
Would it be a cop-out to just say Korea because I've never been there? My dad was born in Korea. I think it would be cool to go there. I don't know about live there because like I've never been there, but like maybe I'll just say Korea. And then like we're near, so like, hey, I can just visit you in Japan. It's cool.
Getting in touch with me and my roots and stuff. But also Korea would not like me because I'm like mixed and stuff. And like, you know, it's a mess.
Oh, this one just says single or not. Yo, it's like totally single, but also
not looking for anything at all currently. So like honestly, it's cool. Single and chillin'. I feel like I have so much going on with me that like I don't know if I could deal with someone else at the moment. So like
it's cool.
This always looks great. Just pouring a white translucent powder out on this little mirror doesn't look suspect at all.
Next question. What's your hair care routine? Your hair looks amazing.
Thank you.
Honestly, I don't really have one.
I'm gonna say that I don't have one and then I'm gonna list like what I do, which is, you know, guess counts as routine, but it's not really rigid or specific.
The deal was my hair was looking and being real rough a couple months ago, and then I just cut off all of the red portions that was previously bleached and has been dyed for years and years and years. And when I cut that, my hair was like, boop, it sprung up. It was like, I'm alive again, thank you.
So basically the extremely damaged portions was like weighing down and kind of like murdering my hair. So after that, it's been pretty cool. And then my hair has been going through like a texture change. It's not really sure what it's doing yet. My hair's always been like slightly wavy. It's like previously it was like mostly like straight, very loose wave. But now on its own, it is becoming more and more wavy. And then as I'm growing out the sides, which is a mess, all around here has become actual full curls. So it's not really sure what it's doing yet.
I have really heavy, thick, coarse hair. This whole portion is a little bit of a mess because I'm growing it out, so it's at an awkward phase. Whatever. So basically what I do is I wash my hair 2-3 times a week usually.
2 to 4, I don't know.
Whatever. And then like I only shampoo about every other time.
Typically, I would say.
And then when I get out of the shower, I don't like scrub it. I just started trying out the like using an old t-shirt because you have wavy hair thing.
So we'll see what that does, how that works.
So then while my hair is still damp or wet, I'll put in a leave-in or like a styling cream situation for curls and waves. And then I will put it in a braid, go to sleep and leave it in the braid till it's dry. The next day, sometimes I'll leave it in for like a day or two. And then when I take it out, it's, you know, it has the pattern from braids because it just gives me a more consistent pattern. It's easier to deal with.
But like naturally my hair is wavy and it's getting more wavy. It's not sure what it's doing.
It's like, I guess that's my routine, is just when I wash it, I put it in a braid while it's wet. Oh yeah, and I didn't mention, this is from Tasha on YouTube. They had a couple of questions, so like I will just go through them while we're sitting here. Will you make videos on how you made your romper into a two-piece from Instagram?
Like 2 weeks ago or so, whatever, I bought a romper on sale. I ordered it online. It was a final sale item, whatever. It was super cheap. It was really cute. I would have sized up just to make sure that it was long enough because I have a long torso. Like that's a constant issue, is I have a long torso. So sometimes things like a jumpsuit or a romper don't fit right, or they have to get sized up. So then everywhere else is kind of loose, but then it's at least long enough. It's a mess, and I'm sure is super interesting for everybody. So this romper I got from Forever 21 on sale fit me well everywhere, except it was just a little bit too short in the torso, so it just wanted to ride up and like be a wedgie, and like that's not really the look I'm going for. It's not very comfortable. It's just not always what you're going for. So I was like, I will just do a simple DIY, cut it apart at the waist seam, and then I put elastic on the top and the bottom, and boom, now it's a matching two-piece. It's super cute. I love it.
It's a really simple and easy fix for something not being long enough for like your torso. Is just split it, and you know, crop tops and high-waisted bottoms is basically my uniform. Like I'm wearing that right now. So will I make a video on that? I'm dumb, so like I probably should have just thought, hey, why not turn this into a video when I did that, but I wasn't really thinking. So yeah, I will totally turn that into a video if that's something that people want to see. Just a quick little DIY on how to turn a romper or a jumpsuit into a two-piece. You could probably also do it with a dress that has a waist seam easily, if that's something that you're going for. So like next time I find a cheap romper or something on sale and it fits everywhere but it's just a little bit too short in the torso, I'll pick it up and then I will film a very quick little easy DIY on how to turn it into a two-piece. Then they say, do you plan on adding more cosmetics to your line, Cadaver Cosmetics, on Etsy?
Yeah, thank you for this question. Now I get to promote myself.
So if you didn't see the video or anything you didn't know, I started a little indie makeup brand. It's available on Etsy. We launched
We as in me.
a week or two ago. I started off with super small amounts, sold out. It's really exciting and cool. So far it seems like everyone is liking the stuff and the things. Will I be adding more stuff? Yeah, this round I'm just doing a restock of the things that I already had up. And then next month or maybe the month after, I am probably gonna put out some more shades and expand the selection. So yeah, I totally have plans for adding more and more to Cadaver Cosmetics as time goes on. So that's fun and exciting. Will you be making t-shirts with your face or cosmetic line? So at the moment I have some like doodles and designs and stuff available on shirts and prints and whatever on both Society6 and TeePublic. Those links are in the description, check them out. But I don't know about my face. Way back when, before I was even on the internet, I did the thing and I ordered shirts with my face on it because
Narcissism?
but really because I always like to do the thing where you fake it till you make it. And
Fanciful. I have a t-shirt with my face on it. I have a designer shirt, my face and my name on it. It's cool.
I mean, I do do like the shirts, so that's cool. So maybe I will, if that's, you know, something that people want me to do. Like, I guess it can't hurt. I've done a commissioned piece for another YouTuber that was made into a shirt.
So I could totally just do that for myself. Like, that's definitely an option. So like, let me know if that's something people want. I think that's weird, but I also think that's cool and fun. So I would also wear shirts with like everyone on them.
Now we have a question from Jasmine, and it says, can I be your friend? And how can I start up my own YouTube channel? I don't have a lot of knowledge about equipment, editing, etc. Okay, step one, we can totally be friends. I say this to like everyone that asks. We can totally be friends. Like, the internet's a cool place where people can connect
and share ideas and be friends, even though they're in completely different parts of the world, or like whatever. Like, you can connect with all sorts of people and, you know, and be friends and stuff. Like, that's awesome and cool. So totally.
Hit me up. When it comes to getting started on YouTube, I also don't have special equipment, honestly. Like, I'm still basically running on the setup that I did when I started out. Ooh, coming up on 2 years ago, I guess, this summer. Back then, I was just using, you know, a point and shoot camera on this broken tripod that I'm still using, and then editing in iMovie, which is free on like Apple computers and stuff.
I don't know what you have, but I know that there are other free editing programs. Honestly, especially if you're just getting started, I would just go that route, because it doesn't have to be the most fancy or amazing. And the free ones, like iMovie, which is what I use, they're usually pretty straightforward and easy to use. Like, that's the intention.
That's what I do. If you ever get lost or confused, or you want to know how to do something specific editing wise, literally just going straight to the source of where you want it. YouTube is a great option, you know. People have made videos on everything. People have made so much useful content that is just out there for you to utilize. So trust me, I am a mess. I just do the most simple, nothing. Like, that's the vibe.
Now I'm just running on this Samsung something or other. It's a camcorder. It's not the most fancy camera. I am not in that DSLR game. No, I take pictures on my normal little point and shoot. It's a chill operation.
Depending on your phone, you could use your phone's camera. Some phones have better cameras than like my actual cameras, so, you know.
Do you?
Especially just starting off, like, just do it. You're not gonna lose anything by just jumping into it, doing the thing, putting up crappy videos, aka all of my channel.
Like, what are you gonna lose? You at least get to say that you tried and you did the thing, and you get to learn through the process of trial and error of how you like to film videos, what kind of videos, if you even like to do videos, editing, that stuff. Like, if we're honest, editing is my least favorite thing in the world. It's really time consuming. It's not the best time, but I do like making videos. I like being able to like talk to random people, get to connect with some people that probably wouldn't connect with otherwise, you know?
It's cool. Forgets the question while answering the question.
So how can I start a YouTube channel?
Just start one. The worst thing that's gonna happen is no one's gonna really see it, and that's fine. So really, you're not gaining or losing anything from where you are now. Or maybe, I guess, you're not losing anything from where you are now, which is that you want to start, because all you're gaining is that you tried, and you will gain maybe a better gauge of what you could try next or what you might want to do. Because trust me, there's a lot of people who are great that don't get the views and don't get the subscribers and like whatever. And then there's people that, not to drag them, make trash content that get tons and tons of views and whatever. So like, you just do you, and if you want to do the thing, do the thing.
I also have no idea what I'm doing. Is that reassuring or like the opposite? Next question.
This is from Isaac on YouTube. So the first question from Isaac is top 3 fave makeup brands. Okay, step 1. Is it wrong to be like
Cadaver Cosmetics? Let me just shout out myself for a 5 millionth time in this video.
I don't know. So I honestly don't use that many brands. Like, I am cheap, I'm on a budget, I use the same 4 things all the time. But I would say that my 3 favorite makeup brands as a whole. Sugar Pill. I don't have a huge amount of Sugar Pill products, but everything that I have and everything I've tried has been amazing. It's beyond perfect. The aesthetic is amazing.
Shrinkle, like, come through, woman of color owned business. Perfect.
When it comes to other brands, NYX, cheap and affordable. That's, you know, a common theme with me is like affordability. Not just for what I love, but like for what I have and what I've even tried is like affordable products and brands. And then I'm not sure what I would do for the third.
Cause like, I like ColourPop a lot, but I feel like I don't care as much anymore. I don't, like, not dragging them or anything, but like, I don't care as much about following the hype situation for most brands, I guess. Like, makeup hype for me has died off, basically. I'm still obviously using makeup, playing with makeup, and like loving to do that. Getting swept up in the like brand's newest release. This is the holiday release. This is a limited edition. This is brand new. This is $500. This is a collab. Blah, blah, blah. I care more about things that are accessible, things that work, things that are affordable. And it's like you really just have to work and then be what I'm looking for, and that's kind of it.
I have used the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. That's amazing. But I have not tried anything else from the brand.
Cause like that's really not my budget.
So I can't say that that's my favorite brand necessarily. So what if I just do a cop out again and also just say it's Cadaver Cosmetics, Sugar Pill, and NYX. We'll go with that. And then if we're talking brushes, I am also that cheap bitch, and I am also out here on these.
We got Wet n Wild and e.l.f. I use their eye brushes mostly. Super cheap, affordable, accessible, and they work for me. And for like face stuff, I usually use Eco Tools and Real Techniques.
So like hopefully that answered your question. Didn't just go off on me saying, I don't know. Next up we have favorite eyeshadow palette, and this honestly falls into that same kind of conundrum of, I didn't even notice that I don't have like a luxury brand palette. I have only a few palettes, and everything else is just mixes of shadows that I've made or just a few singles from other places. So I don't really have palettes.
That's not saying that I wouldn't like some palettes, but like I just don't have them. So like the favorite palettes are just ones that I made because those are the ones I reach for all the time. But out of ones I've used, honestly, the Modern Renaissance palette, I have to get that. At some point, I just haven't done that yet.
Next up we have high pigmented eyeshadow. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Where?
I need a pop of color.
So I have a super easy answer, Sugar Pill. If you're looking for that.
This sounds so sponsored and like ridiculous. Clearly, I am not sponsored by anybody.
But if you're looking for bright pops of vibrant color, I am always prepared to tell anyone to just go get some Sugar Pill. So like that's what I need to do, is I need to get on to getting some more Sugar Pill.
Because I'll talk about Sugar Pill all day, but still only have a couple of shadows. But
then we have some questions from Michael on YouTube. First up we have, do you have any icons, idols, or role models that have inspired you to be the fabulous self that is yourself?
Well, thank you for the compliments. Everyone is being really nice and it's like really weird.
Totally. I feel like an obvious like person who really inspired and affected me as an idol and like role model-y, inspirational, whatever person, was obviously Gaga. Like she definitely played a huge role in, you know, this mess that sits before you, as I'm sure she's done for a lot of other people, especially like the weirdos. Like,
I need to stop purposefully pronouncing things wrong because people are gonna think that's how I talk. Okay, especially for the weirdos, like, you know,
Gaga definitely did that. You know, we have the typical inspiration idols of Gaga, Beyonce as queen. Honestly, over the past year or so, Solange has had a huge effect
on me in the way that I've like really connected to, and I'm like, how did I not know? Like, how was I not in the loop? You know, her freaking artistic self gives me all of my life.
And then also over the past year or so, Lizzo has been
amazing. Obsessing over her has been great. Her positivity and her freaking everything is so amazing and empowering, and I feel like it's definitely had a big empowering impact on me, so that has been really just great.
And then there's like activists and stuff who've had big impacts over the past few years. Definitely. Like one of my favorite Instagram activist people is Shishi Rose,
who used to be 90s feminist and the 90s uprising, but Shishi Rose, Shishi is goals. Shishi's everything, like role model. She's amazing. I love her so much. I've learned from her. I have just connected through her thoughts and posts. It's been like reaffirming and stuff. She's one of my faves for sure.
And then like in my actual life, people that have done a lot are like your typical family.
My mom, my grandmother, and my sister have obviously had big impacts. Like that's how that works. Like the people you're raised around and by have had huge impacts. My grandmother has always been a super strong woman who has always done the most for everyone around her. And you know, how is that not going to affect you?
Okay, next question. How has your family reacted to your journey with gender and queerness, if not too personal? I mean, I can only really speak for my immediate family because extended family I haven't been around or like lived around for a long time. So we haven't really had those interactions, conversations, experiences, and stuff. I've always been very outwardly me, like even in the times I'm trying to contain it wasn't contained. So it's not a surprise or new information to anybody, it never was. Really, there's been like no difference at any point. So I guess there hasn't been a whole lot.
When I was younger, you have the obvious like concern, you know, it's easier to try to fit in than to be an easy target and be always that target. But like when I try to contain retain it and put that away. It didn't work. So it's been something that everyone has been around forever. So
luckily I have a cool family, and I imagine my extended family is cool, because like it's always been a thing.
you're not cool with that. You're just gonna have to get over it, because like it's not, doesn't matter.
There's another question here which says, who in your opinion would be a worse president than the orange sentient poo we have now? Now that is a really hard question.
And I really just had to bite back there and just say, wow, that question really trumped me.
I need to be removed, like beam me up.
Can I get an alien rapture? Take me somewhere, please.
Honestly, I don't know who would be a worse president over this current administration. A ball of lint wouldn't be worse. That would probably put us in a better position. I don't think a toxic landfill would even be that much worse, because like it doesn't have the ability to like sign things and bills into action or executive orders. So like that would also stay off of Twitter. So I couldn't say that that would be a worse option, honestly. Yes, now we have some questions from Ripley.
Hey Ripley, what's good?
What were your honest thoughts on the Pat McGrath kit? You're fabulous. Thank you.
For those who don't know, earlier this year, I won a Pat McGrath Metamorphosis, there we go, kit from Ripley through the Ripley Collective, and it's really cool.
I honestly really do love the Pat McGrath kit that I have.
Pat McGrath is amazing. She has been so influential on me. Like, I've had Pat McGrath pictures saved on my devices for like 6 years, I guess, ago. Maybe 6 years ago, I found Pat McGrath pictures, and I was like, hold up.
So for the Metamorphosis kit, I honestly haven't used it that much, but I've loved it every time I've used it.
And this is the thing that I always do when it comes to more expensive, like luxury items and stuff that I saved up or was given to me in this case. Like, I'll save up for something that I really want. I love it. I'm obsessed with it. I've done this with so many things where I will save up for months or however long later, a year, get my hands on the thing, and then I will have it and I'll be so excited, and then I will just not use it because I'm afraid to mess it up, or I'm afraid to use it up, or I'm afraid for it to be gone. So it's like, instead I will just have it sit there and not be used. So then what was the point in saving up for it? I have to do that thing where I force myself to say, stop. The whole point of it being here is so you can use it. You don't need to say, ooh, I'm not gonna use it. That's dumb. Just use it. Use the products. I've done that with shoes. I saved up forever to buy these shoes, right? I've had them for years now. I'm just now actually wearing them because I didn't want to mess them up. And anytime that I'd be like, ooh, I would wear those, I'd be like, but I'm not gonna wear those. I'll wear these other shoes that weren't as expensive or whatever. I don't like as much. It don't mean as much to me. It's stupid. It's a thing I do all the time, and it takes a huge conscious effort to not do that.
So I haven't used it that much, but everybody hold me accountable and force me to play with it more because I want to, but then I'm like, I don't want to mess it up though. It's so pretty.
I always do that, and it's truly a mess, honestly.
From what I've used, I'm obsessed. It is beautiful. Ripley also asks, congrats on coming out with your makeup line. Which shadow do you use / love the most?
So hey, another throwback to Cadaver Cosmetics. Hi.
So out of the shades that have been released so far, it's a little bit hard to pick a favorite, but when I really think about the thing that I'm always drawn to and always want to use, what I'm about to use in a little bit, is the loose foil shade in Phenomena, the orange copper. I use it all the time.
I love that everyone keeps asking me questions where I get to just promote myself. Like,
Then we have you thought about auditioning for reality TV like Drag Race? I go really back and forth with this. Like, I don't know. And it changes all the time. Sometimes I'm like, you know what? That's totally something I would do. And then other times I'm like, I would never do that, ever. I'm not sure.
Like before, I would always be asked like, ooh, will you go on Project Runway? This is when like the concept for me was I'm gonna be a designer, but now that's not really the concept for me. It's just I like to make things. I make clothes for me or like people around me if they want.
When it comes to like Drag Race, I have like a little bit of a love-hate relationship with the show. I think that I would go on the show and like audition or whatever and try to be on the show, but it wouldn't be like at the moment. I live in the middle of nowhere, so I have no actual stage experience, and I don't turn looks like that fast and often. So I would, before even thinking about that, like really wanting to take steps towards it, I would want to be practiced, I guess. I would want to first get into the habit of, we're turning a look every night. We're doing this all the time. We have a year of performing experience and like all that. I would want to be like more seasoned. I would want to have the experience to back me up. Also for reality TV, I don't know if I would be a great fit for reality TV because I don't think I would be the character that would be wanted.
Like, if everything is about drama, and I get it, that makes interesting TV is drama and conflict. That's not really my vibe. I would be like, it's cool, everybody. Ooh, no. I'm over here being quiet in the corner. It's me. They would want like shady responses and stuff in like the interview portions. And I'd be like, no, it's cool. Let's be friends. Blah, 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 blah. I mean, I would probably call people out on being like trash, but like in a weird way, I could also see me low-key being edited to be like really shady. Basically, I don't know, but like maybe in a few years, if I no longer live in the middle of nowhere and have opportunities to do things beforehand, happened.
Like, it makes no sense to be like, I'm in my bedroom, now I'm on TV. Then we have, which family member do you look up to and why? Throwback to that other question, but like I feel like it would be like my mom, like totally. So my mom has like health issues, so it's been my grandmother who has supported us like my whole life.
She has been the backbone, she's been the spine, supporting us, helping anyone she can at any time, working constantly. She like worked till she literally couldn't work anymore, till she got hurt and could not do it. And even then she wanted to go back and continue. So like her, she's always been super amazing, strong, always there to help. And she's who like a lot of my morals and stuff come from, because like she raised my mom and then us. Like she was a big part. So that's like where all of our morals come from in my family.
Like my mom was a low-key hippie. Then we have most memorable childhood moment. I kind of want to just go with being like 5 or 6 and getting lost in Disney World, Disneyland, Orlando. Disney. So
I got lost in Disney, and that was memorable, to say the least. It was really scary, especially me, little anxious self from birth. It was a lot. It was a large crowd. There was a lot of things that happened. I went to Disney when I was like 5 or 6 with my mom, my dad, and me. My sister was gonna come, but like she decided not to come, like whatever, stuff and things. My mom, like I said, has health issues, so she stayed back on a day, and just me and my dad went out to like do the Disney stuff. I'm pretty sure it's wherever the It's a Small World portion is, and you had to like get on a little ferry to get to the little other section. Not a huge important detail, but what had happened was there was a large crowd and everyone was moving to get off of this little island thingy and back to the ferry basically, and it was a huge crowd. And I was walking with my dad and he was like on his phone or whatever, I don't know. And I guess he took a call, so he stopped and I didn't hear him supposedly say.
Low-key shading you.
He said to like hold up, but I didn't hear it, so I got lost in a crowd, and it took me a few minutes to notice that I was lost because there were so many people around. It was a mess. And like it's obviously cool, I'm here now.
Even though I am the most anxious and have always been super anxious, to the point of like getting ill, I was super collected, which I'm still a little bit confused about. I remember I walked to a pretzel vendor cart thingy and I was like, I'm lost, can I use your phone? And then I called my dad. In the minute or so that it took me to come up with a plan of going to find someone with a phone, and I just went to the first person I saw that wasn't moving, which was the pretzel cart. Also like high pretzels.
I was like, should I just get on the boat? I'm alone now. I'm gonna have to try to find my way back to this hotel. I'm gonna have to go through all of Disney. This is so scary. I don't know what to do. I don't even know where I am in this park. It's so big. There's so many people.
I was about to just get on the ferry and leave, which, I mean, I guess I probably would have eventually found my way back to the hotel or found someone who worked there to find my way back to the hotel. But, you know, that's not the best. So yeah, most memorable is probably getting lost in Disney when I was like 5. Then we have, what was your first date experience? Ha! Okay, next we have another question from Isaac, so I guess this is just separate, so it's cool. When did you start wearing makeup, like publicly and confidently? So I started wearing makeup when I was like 15, I think.
Well, that's when I started wearing it publicly.
I started wearing makeup when I was like a little kid, obviously playing and being a mess and smearing lipstick everywhere, as you do. And then like Halloween, and I wore like Kiss the band makeup and stuff.
For stuff and things. Sometimes I would just wear that like hanging out in the neighborhood. That was the vibe.
But then like when I just started wearing it on like a more normal everyday basis publicly, it was probably like 15 or so. And it was just really foundation and like a bold lipstick, or like a pinky nude lipstick that was literally the color of my lips, and that was it.
You know, like I talked about in my gender identity video, like that was just the vibe. I was pretty confident in wearing my very heavily powdered face. Like that was where I was. So I kind of always wore it confidently, even though it didn't always look good.
So I started wearing makeup out and about when I was like 15, and now here we are. I'm 19. I turn 20 next month.
That is very a lot. Like, I think that's so weird.
Okay, now we have some questions from Instagram. This is from Hunty. How did you get into makeup? I always watched like my mom get ready and stuff, and always really liked to. I always thought makeup was really cool and fun. Face paint, theatrical makeup was always like super cool and interesting to me.
When I was younger, I was really into the band Kiss, so makeup on makeup on makeup. Like I loved the theatrics and the show and makeup. And
then I would play in my mom's makeup. So I was kind of always into it and always into the transformative qualities and transforming. And
when I was younger, I would just like pretend that I had makeup on until I got a little bit older and just started doing it.
So I feel like me getting into makeup was just a very natural evolution of what I would always be doing.
And then through like the internet, I found more like different types of makeup and stuff. Like back in the day on like Tumblr blogs for avant-garde makeup, that's how I found like Pat McGrath and stuff, was like editorial runway, interesting makeup. And that really just stuck.
Now we have a question from Hello Paper Doll. Hey Clover, so what would you say is your ultimate passion?
Deep question, like?
Everybody is coming at me with really good but like kind of hard questions. I feel like this is gonna seem lame, but like when I look at it on a grand scale, what I want to do with my life and what I'm doing is I just want to make things. Doesn't have to be super specific. I make and I'm always working on tons of different stuff because like that's just how my brain works. That's how it goes. If I'm not doing that, I am not functioning, basically.
So I just want to make stuff. Like, you know, this sounds like a not great answer, probably, but like I just want to make things. So like my passion is making stuff, and that covers a wide array of like what I'm making, sure. But I just want to make stuff. And like hopefully in the process, helping and trying to make the world a better place. Because
if we're all honest, it's trash. So
like let's all make stuff and make the world better. I've had lots of passions. When you step back and look at it objectively, it's all connected to just making stuff. All of my passions have been kind of rooted in that, or connected in a pretty substantial way. Making makeup, to making videos, to writing and drawing or painting. Like right now, I've been working on a music project for what feels like forever. I mean, it kind of has been. It's been like a lifelong freaking process, but I've been putting a lot of energy and effort into it, and I'm just like, that's a passion, but that falls under just making stuff. So right now I'm making all sorts of stuff, and right now I'm putting a lot of effort into finishing this process of making some music. So hopefully like I'll be done with this album by the time I want to be done with it. And
yeah. Oh, also, now this
is a question.
Who is your favorite Spice Girl? How are you gonna ask me something like this? That's so hard.
But also like I do have an answer.
If you don't know.
Spice Girls was me. I'm like technically too young. Like it was over by the time I was around. But when I was little, my sister was obsessed, and then that's all I knew was to be obsessed with the Spice Girls. So good.
When I was a kid, it changed all the time, but I think my now solidified favorite for like all time is Mel B, Scary Spice. I love her. She's so good. So yeah, I think I would have to go with Scary Spice is my favorite Spice Girl. Because how would she not be, honestly? She was my favorite Spice Girl doll to play with when I was little too. Like I loved her, and her freaking shoes obviously had a huge effect on me. So here we are today. Question for everybody watching this video. Answered in the comments, please. Who is your favorite Spice Girl?
This is like a need to know thing. Like this is important. This is a group building question project. This is necessary. We need to know who is everyone's Spice Girl.
Now we have a question from Matt M. Finish on Instagram as well. Any advice for a relatively new YouTuber? Love the videos, by the way. I guess I would throw that back to like what I said earlier, which is, you're saying relatively new, you already are making stuff.
I know that you're already making things.
It's just do it. Just do the stuff. Let's be real. I am not the one to be given YouTube advice. I don't know what I'm doing. I am barely doing the thing. Consistency. That's the thing that everybody says is a thing. When I was more consistent, it was more consistent on all ends, but
that's not fitting to like what I am doing. Like it's not fitting my life at the moment is full consistency where I'm gonna post this on this day every week. I don't have the mental energy to do that. I am not able to be doing that currently.
But that's the thing that everybody says, and I'm inclined to believe. So I'll give you advice that I've heard from other people, which is consistency. Other advice is just, you know, like I've said before, this is gonna sound really annoying and like cheesy and played out at this point, but like if you want to do it, just do it. I have no other advice than do the things that you want to do.
And if you're trying to make stuff like videos and things because you think other people want them, but you're not invested and you don't care about it, you don't want to do it, and you don't want to put your effort into it, don't waste your energy. Don't waste the effort in doing stuff that you don't care about. Just do stuff that you care about and that you want to do and that interests you. Try to have as good of a time while you're doing it as you can. Like, why else do anything? Why do anything if you're not at least slightly enjoying or gaining something out of it?
Enjoy yourself. Now we have another question from Ari, and it says, if you could travel to the past, what would you tell your 10-year-old self now?
By the way, I adore you, darling.
Thank you. Right back at you. Heart emojis for everybody. If I could travel back in time, where was I at 10, honestly? My first instinct is to say, chill out. But that's not gonna work. I don't want to do the
typical, like, the cliche, it gets better. Because, like, that's annoying. 10-year-old me would also not want to hear that.
You do you, obviously.
Drill that in, right?
You want to do all the things. You're still struggling to do all the things, but keep trying to do all the things. Something that I've always done and like to do is wanting to do all the things, wanting to work on all the projects and do the this and the that. And doing that to a degree, but also holding off on a lot of it, waiting for the perfect time. You always wait for that perfect timing when everything's gonna align and everything's gonna line up and work perfectly. But that time usually does not come. You have to create that time and make it do it yourself. So waiting and holding things off for the perfect time isn't gonna do anything, except in a few years you're just gonna be like,
wow, I just spent years not doing the things that I wanted to do because I was waiting for the perfect time. So then you just start again at the place where you would have started at before, but it's years later. So it's like if you just do it when you want to, you have a head start instead of having to try and start everything up. That's everything.
I love to wait for the perfect time, but the perfect time doesn't exist. So with that,
do the things.
Also, like, look what you've become. Like, annoying but cute.
Also, you're out here calling yourself cute, so like, get ready. You'll do it.
Okay, let's go on to another question. This is from Glitter Wand. Do you plan to branch out your lovely cosmetics? And if so, how? Blush, lipstick, or who knows? This goes with the question from before about adding, like, extending the line, but I wanted to hold off and talk about this here because I knew there was another question somewhere in these screenshots. So yeah, I totally have plans of branching out into different products, not just adding more shades to what's already here. I want to get into like highlighters, like specifically intended for highlighters, so you can use the duochromes as a highlight, but I want to make ones like this highlighter. I want to work on making some more of these because all I have is my little prototype of this that I've been using for a year. So I want to make more shades and stuff like that. But yeah, I want to dive into making things specifically made to be highlights for various skin tones and stuff. Obviously, I want to include everybody. That's always the intent. This is a very inclusive line. That's always what I want to do. I don't ever want to leave anybody out. So I always want to make things that will work for every skin tone, or if say a highlighter doesn't work on your skin tone, I want to have another alternative that will. So like that's something I want to start getting into developing on.
Outside of that, lipstick was like my first makeup obsession, honestly. And we're talking cream, normal lipsticks, which I don't like ever wear anymore because liquid lipsticks have changed my life and I don't have to touch up my lip anymore. That was a thing that I wanted to do before. So that could be a thing in the future, but I feel like it's more likely that if I branch into adding things like lip products to the line, I would probably move into liquid to matte lipsticks where they will dry down but probably have different kinds of finishes.
So that wouldn't be for a while, but you know, I could see that happening. Also a little bit interested in doing like nail polishes.
Trust me, I'm so good at nails. My nails aren't chipped or messy or trashed at all right now. They're never like this ever. This is never the constant state of my nails.
But I'm mostly and like a little bit interested in doing nail polish because I have like a fun concept for a name and packaging. Okay, let's pull up another question before we start this brow. This is from Black Moon Doll on Instagram again. It says, what's your favorite cuss word? Mine is bitch, because you can use it in so many ways. XOXO. Something about me is I don't really use cuss words or curses or whatever you want to call them that frequently in just typical conversation.
So like growing up, obviously you're told not to use that language, which is funny because everybody in my family has like the biggest potty mouth ever. Like, don't even try. No one up in here has any right to say anything about anything ever, regards to using cusses or whatever. Slurs are different. Slurs are not the same. Like slurs are the actual bad words. Moving on. So I was told not to, and I always listened. Little anxious self said, cool, all right, I won't. And then as a preteen in like middle school or whatever, we were all out here feeling super cool because we could use these words amongst ourselves. But then also during middle school, I left public schooling and just went to online homeschooling.
Because if you can see a theme here,
anxious self. So at home, I just stopped being, I just didn't do it. So like I don't really use them that frequently and just casual talking. Like I will, but you know, not always the biggest part of my vocabulary, I guess.
I'm honestly just the most family-friendly person you've ever experienced in your whole life. Like I am
too pure.
With that said, I feel like I need to agree with you though. Bitch is so good, you can use it in so many ways. I mean, obviously it's not in certain contexts, but
when I'm using it, it's a great term.
Like, have you seen that video where it's like it can be used in so many ways depending on the inflection and whatever? We'll go with that.
I made this eyebrow thicker.
Okay, let's pull up another question while I finish these brows. This is from Grad RD. I'll pop up a thingy. And it says, which brands do you love and which you don't? I've already talked some about like brands that I like, obviously.
You know, we got Sugar Pill and NYX. Oh, I also really like Essence because they're affordable and everything I've tried from them so far has been good.
So brands I don't like. Let's see. You know, Lime Crime for obvious reasons. Their freaking shadiness and whatever. They've been canceled for for me for a long time. You know, they're just like low-key sketch and multiple sketchinesses. And then like just fun, low-key racist campaigns and stuff, you know? It's just like, I'm not into it. I'll pass. And I had
a lipstick from Grwm before, and it just was not, honestly not great.
I don't need that. Your obvious Jeffree Star Cosmetics.
Which, you know, is something that I was super into when it first happened. I have next to me lipsticks. I still have them because I'm not going to throw them away. I will use them when necessary.
Like, I don't support that brand or him or any of that, which I will now accept on my end as being like, I should have done more research. Because like the receipts that ended up coming up and stuff
way back now
was already things that happened was available on the internet I was just not aware of, and you get swept up in the hype. So that's a brand I don't like, and that's canceled and has been canceled. Not coming back.
And I don't like fully shade everybody that still is out here using the products and stuff and like publicly whatever promoting them, basically, as if to say that what I ever did was promoting, because like it's me, people who are still out here buying stuff, like low-key shading, but also like, not you do you. But I'm not going to support him or the brand because that goes against my morals and existence. So I'm good.
So like that's why when I will use one in a video or in something, I just won't tag it or tell you like what shade it is. I will just say it is an insert color liquid lipstick, and that's it. That's as far as we'll go. Can you do the random eyeshadow challenge? The thingy where you like spin a wheel or like pick a stick or something and it like gives you a color or something to do, and you have to like do a look on that. I would totally do that.
That actually kind of works for me when I don't know what to do. I'm super indecisive and I will want to do everything, and you can't do everything at once. If you try to do everything at once, say in makeup on your eye, you'll have no space and you won't even be able to tell what you're doing anymore. And in terms of that, that's an easy way for, you know, decision making from someone else to be cool and not creepy, where I can just accept a challenge and try to run with the challenge. So that's what I liked about like when I did the makeup challenges earlier this year, and that's how I got the Pat McGrath. I liked getting a prompt and like, you know, trying to adhere to a challenge. I also liked that about possibly entering the NYX Face Awards, which is I was gonna do this year, but being me, I ran out of time and got swept up in doing other stuff, so I wasn't able to do that this year. But you know, it's all good. You should check out my friend Renee, A Vicious Vixen, on YouTube. Her video, her submission for the Face Awards, sadly she didn't get into the top 30 or whatever, but
she did that.
She made tentacle buns. She turned herself into an octopus. I probably just messed up the order. She turned herself into an octopus and made tentacle hair. She did that. And she did that.
Okay, and it says, can you do body art since you're amazing at drawing?
Thank you so much.
I don't know. I've never like tried to do any like body painting stuff. The closest I've gotten was like in the Mother Nature look when I just squiggled green lipstick down my neck. Like that's really the extent that I've tried that. So I don't know. I'd be interested in like trying it though, I guess.
When I was Miss Argentina and stuff and I just made my body teal, does that count as body art? If so, I was kind of sloppy at that.
What does your everyday life look like? A mess.
I'm not 100% sure which way this question is. Is it like day in the life question, or like what do you look like in your everyday life? I mean, for my everyday visual life, if I'm leaving the house,
this is what I look like. If not, I look like the beginning of this video, being messy in like trash clothes and pajamas.
Other than that, like for a day in the life scenario, it's like
I live with family and like my niece and nephews and stuff, so there's a lot of us. It's chaotic, it's a time. And then I'm just like working on stuff. I'm working on
the brand or videos or making things for me and us, household, normal stuff, cleaning, cooking stuff, reading, trying to stay up to date with stuff, covering myself in crystals, and like trying to pull this music together is what has been the vibe.
I don't have an outside job because like I live in the middle of nowhere. I don't have available. I don't drive.
Driving gives me a lot of anxiety. Constant theme. And I don't have means also. I help take care of people, places, and things, so it wouldn't work out really at the moment. So yeah, hopefully I answered that question.
I think this is the last question. It says, which planets would you live on and why? Any planet.
As much as I might love space, aliens, planets, stuff,
I don't know that much.
I would say like Venus, because like goddess of love.
Or like
Saturn, because like the rings, iconic aesthetic. Somewhere in the galaxy of Transylvania, so.
A planet without white supremacy. Just somewhere that's not trash. So yeah, I think I answered every question that I got by the time I'm filming this video. Thanks for everyone who asked questions. I love that I got multiple questions from a lot of different people. Thanks for watching what I'm assuming is a really long Q&A. I mean, I've been sitting here talking for like 2 hours almost, so like this was a podcast length. Can't wait to see how long this is when I edit it. We come in peace. Subscribe. Okay, bye.